Hi loves, Lexie here, and today I'm not into wearing a lot of makeup, so I'm not going to film a makeup video today. I know, it's a beauty channel. Why aren't you filming makeup? I can film beauty in other ways. So, my sick self has not been filming for like over a week because, one, because I just haven't had things to film, and then two, because I've just been so sick, like I haven't done anything. Like, my birthday, I was so sick. The day after when I celebrated my birthday with my family, I was so sick. So, I'm still really sick now. It's been 4 days of sickness, so we're probably nearing our end. I'm sorry that the angle today is so weird and that the lighting is really weird. The thing is, what we are doing today is we are doing DIY bath bombs. I think that's really exciting. I'm super excited to show you how to make these. So, yeah. I have to do it in the crafts room because this is a little bit too messy for my bedroom. But the thing about the crafts room is it's really messy in here, so I don't really know where to sit for lighting or anything because I can't really sit in front of the window because there's no like station in front of me and I need stuff in front of me. Like we have a countertop all through here, so I was like, I obviously need to use the countertop, so that's what I'm here to do. Let's just go through the ingredients list and how I found this. So last night I was surfing Pinterest and I was like, I have a friend that is into stuff like bath bombs, and I was like, I want to make a bath bomb. How cool would that be to make a special little bath bomb just for my friend? Like, that'd be so sweet, right? So I was looking online for bath bomb stuff, so I found a bath bomb thing without using citric acid because all of them were saying, oh, you have to have the citric acid powder. And I'm like, I don't have that. So there's a different one that uses like different ingredients. I don't know. So I came across one on Pinterest that doesn't use citric acid, and that was really cool, but they do use lemon juice, which has citric acid in it, so I guess that's how they're getting away with it, but yeah. So I made them last night because I wanted to see if they worked. So I let them dry overnight, and I used one today. And so when they're all dry, I used a ice cube mold. So when they're all dry, they look like that. They have a little dimples in it because, you know, it's made out of starchies and stuff. It looks like a bath bomb, you know. Just a little ice cube shaped bath bomb. And then when you dissolve it, it looks like this afterwards. So there is like a little bit of cloudy substance to the water, and that is all the like powders used. They don't fully dissolve when you put them in, but it does fizz up a little bit, and then you just have to break up the rest of it with your hand. But it smells really good. I'm going to follow the recipe, but I kind of added in my own stuff, so that is why I'm doing the video, so that I'm not completely ripping off these people. I'm adding in my own things, so it makes it worthwhile. So, the water is very, very moisturized. There's a lot of coconut oil in the bath bomb, so I have really, really dry hands in the wintertime, so I soaked my hands in there for like 5 minutes. They're really, really soft now, and it's amazing. So yeah, let's get into ingredients. Okay, you will need some water, measuring utensils like cups, teaspoons, tablespoons, rubbing alcohol, cornstarch, baking soda. I got baking soda. You need baking soda. Lemon juice. Does not have to be chilled. It can be room temp. Coconut oil. You need to melt yours. This is an additive. You do not have to put this in, but vanilla extract I'm adding in mine. Epsom salt, an absolute must. This one happens to be scented in lavender, but the recipe calls for unscented. I use lavender because it adds a little bit of a scent to it. You will also need molds. Since I'm making this as a Christmas gift, I have Christmas candy molds that I'm going to be using. You can make bath bombs in molds meant for candy, just make sure you wash them thoroughly after so that you can use them for candy. Another thing that you could add to your list of supplies are essential oils. You can find essential oils at simple stores, such as I have seen them at Big Lots, I've seen them at the grocery store, I've seen them at apothecary shops, the drugstore. You can get them at Marshall's, TJ Maxx. They have little kits. I've also seen them at Old Time Pottery. They have quite a collection in their scented candle area. They have a lot of essential oils there. There's even one that's like an apple pie one. I almost got that once, but I was not into essential oils back then. Another thing I would recommend adding is if you have extremely dry skin and you want a little bit more moisture out of your bath bomb, I would go ahead and add a few little drops of vitamin E oil. I do not have any vitamin E oil. I have vitamin C oil, but C oil directly goes to the face more. But, I mean, I guess you could use it on your body. If you have scarring anywhere, you could use vitamin C oil and put it into your bath bombs. And so when you soak in your tub, I guess you have something else to soak in. But, alright, I am going to go melt my coconut oil, and I will be right back. I'm doing a half recipe, so you use a half a cup of baking soda, even though the recipe calls for a full cup. This can get very messy, so keep that in mind when you start to prepare making this recipe. So, we have our half cup of baking soda. We are going to want to dig in with our fingers and get rid of any clumps that are in the powder. It's supposed to just be a fine powder. You can even go as far as taking a sifter that you use for flour to get all the chunks out. I have my baking powder all crumpled up. Next, we're going to need a 1/4 of a cup of cornstarch. Now, I don't have a 1/4 cup, so I'm just going to fill my half cup up halfway, and we're going to work up it that way. The cornstarch is what helps it stay in its mold. You want to make sure your cornstarch is all nice and even, not balled up as well. Powders in baking tend to form into little balls when they're sit around too long. My cornstarch gets used a lot in my household. So, next you need your Epsom salts. Now, it does call for unscented, but you can use scented if you don't have any essential oils like I do. So, if you're like me, get scented ones. You need a 1/4 a cup of Epsom salts. Epsom salts are really good for relaxation, stressed muscles, and sore muscles. So, it's calming and relaxing. It relieves exertion and stiffness. It rejuvenates and nourishes. So, Epsom salt itself is amazing for your bath. They're what bath salts are. So, people already use them a lot, so it only makes sense to add them to our precious little recipe. So, combine your powder ingredients and your Epsom salts. Just mix them up until it's all kind of just the same powder consistency. When it's all done, it should look like snow. Or cocaine, you know, if you roll that way. Next you need 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. I have 2 tablespoons here melted, because I forgot if the recipe called for 1 or 2. The recipe calls for 2, but we're doing a half recipe, so only put 1 tablespoon in. And that is our coconut oil. I put a little bit more coconut oil last night because my stuff wasn't packing well. It needed more moisture. It needed more moisture, so we might be adding in that other coconut oil. And then you need a half a cup of water, a teaspoon of rubbing alcohol, juice from 1 lemon or lime. So I just said go ahead and add like a tablespoon of lemon juice. This is where I'm thinking that our recipe is getting its citric acid. You can probably hear it down there. Foaming up. Yep. There we go. Science, guys. So cool. It's bubbling in there. You can't really see it that well. I'm sorry. And then I said you can also add food coloring. But, yeah. This is for a lemon lime bath bomb, but we have lavender Epsom salts, so we're just calling it our lemon bath bomb. So, your base should look like this. It's pretty, like, the viscosity of it is kind of like a paste, and it's really light and fluffy. It's really easy to mix. Now, this is when you would add your essential oils. I don't have any essential oils, but I'm going to add a little bit of pure vanilla extract because you don't really smell the lemon all too much when you make these bath bombs, but you definitely smell the coconut heavily. So, I want to mix in a little bit of vanilla with my coconut because I want that Christmassy kind of smell. When I want a little bit of a, you know, a celebratory smell when you have your bath bomb, since this is going to be a gift. And you just want to make sure you mix that in all the way through. I'm going to choose your molds. So the molds I think I'm going to be choosing are, I think I'm going to choose the Santa Claus and Christmas trees. So what you're going to want to do So just make sure there's nothing in your mold. You're going to want to take some of your mix, put it into the mold, and just fill the mold. And continue doing this to all of your molds until your paste is gone. So when you're done filling them, it's probably going to look really nasty and messy on top. I don't know how to show you this without, like, you know, spilling everywhere. So what you want to do is, if you have a mold that has an imprint in the bottom, you're going to want to, like, drop it down onto a countertop to release any kind of air bubble that might be inside. After you're finished with that, you're going to want to clean up any of the bath bomb that is outside of your mold. Now that you have your molds all done, they should look kind of like this. You just let them dry overnight. The recipe says let them dry for 24 hours, but I put mine by a vent and they dried within like 12 hours. So if you want to try to put them by a vent, see if that helps you at all. If you're on a time crunch or just don't have a lot of room for these to go, so you want to like get them cleaned up pretty quickly, then put them by a vent to dry, and there you go. When you're done, they should come out looking somewhat like this, you know, just a hard bath bomb, and you put them in water and they dissolve into this, and it's really moisturizing and really nice, and I really, really like it. So, things you can do with these bath bombs. So, they can be given as gifts, but you can use them as foot baths, hand baths, because they're very moisturizing, so it's really nice to soak your feet in them. You can always use them as, you know, a bath bomb. So, yeah. It's just some things to keep in mind, and of course you can add any number of essential oils to create your own little scents. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and give credit to the person who I found this recipe from. It is from the website The Modern Southern Mother, and she has tons and tons of different kind of homemade recipes that do with beauty and stuff like that. So I thought it was really cool looking through her site and finding some things, which Pinterest redirected me to her site. So yeah, you can go ahead and make this. I will post her recipe below if you want to go ahead and make the full recipe without any of the additions I put in. What I put in does work, so there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this gives you a good gift idea for any of your girlfriends, or, you know, a boy that takes baths and wants some nice smelling water, or has really, really dry skin. So, yeah. Again, these are very moisturizing. They smell really good. That vanilla extract is going to be amazing. So, yes, I'm excited. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I love you guys, and thank you. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos. I post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Sometimes I do get off schedule, like if I'm sick, I'm sorry. It does happen. I am planning on doing Vlogmas all of December 2017, and even though I've missed a few days, I plan on getting back on track. Thank you so much for all the support and love I've gotten from everybody. Thank you for everybody I know and love that watches my YouTube videos. It really, really, like, it makes my heart so warm to know that you are out there and you're watching me and you love me. So, thank you so much. So yes, I really do hope you really like this video. Go ahead and comment down below any kind of videos or DIYs you really want me to try out. I love doing DIYs. I'm such a crafty person. So there's more to me than just makeup. And I love you guys. Bye.